Check, check, check. It's DJ Prince Akeem. What's going on, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to Dare Us. Let us to our families, let us to our communities, and let us across all generations. That means generations before us, our generation, and generations to come. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Yo, today, I got a special guest. Let's just get right into it. This is my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? And when I say it like that, he already know what we talking about, baby. Like, my bro, all the way from Louisiana, but not from Louisiana, by way of Philadelphia. My man Q. What's up, Q?
What's going on, good brother?
It's my guy. It's my guy right here. Yo, so real quick, before we even get into it, let's talk about how we met.
Man.
So you know.
Well, we met at Whole Foods, what is 2018?
18.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember.
2018
Shit was
and
a blur.
in the restaurant at Whole Foods downstairs. What they call it, the Table Tavern?
I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Table Tavern. Yep. Um Came in there, showed my skill set, and instantly, man, we connected over food, dude. It was it was one of them things where, I just came in and showed up and showed out, you
Yeah.
know.
I can attest to that. Listen, man, when I first met Q, let's talk about work ethic and struggling. Because the restaurant at Whole Foods was the only restaurant that pretty much did it all, right? Our Whole Foods was the only one that sold everything from tacos on down to sushi and ramen and pizza. Remember, we had all that stuff. Burgers, fries, salmon, chicken, like all entrees, crazy entrees. You know what I mean? Chilean sea bass. We had it all. But at some points, all the people who were good, who opened that restaurant up, they were like star chefs, A1 in their craft. You got your Lisas, you got your Matts. They all like super leadership. So they had a bunch of leaders open that store. So by the time you came, we needed help bad. Like somebody who at least knew their left from their right. Like when I say it wasn't struggling, but it was going to start struggling. And you seen how it went. Yeah. So when I met Q, I was like, yo, thank God somebody knew what they doing. And he got way more experience than me. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I was there longer. That's it. But yeah, man, when you came along, you showed your skills and we was like, great. Keep doing that. There was a lot of times where you ran point, period.
Well, I think it was due to previous jobs and certain backgrounds that I had. It was some of the spots I used to work at, it was more fast paced, and we was dealing with a lot of short orders, fast paced. So in the restaurant, it was kind of based and set up around that style of being a fast paced kitchen. So I was kind of used to having and dealing with the volume of customers, and when I got there, it wasn't really that busy and didn't have the volume that I was used to or accustomed to. So when the kitchen became a little bit overwhelmed, or a sense of overwhelmingness, it was time for me to take charge and let everybody know, hey, we need somebody to buffer, and get them to understand that, hey, let's just get it done. There's no need to panic. Let's get these people in. Let's get them out, and let's make sure they have an experience, not just getting their food out for them, but giving them an experience that will have them coming back. So that was pretty much kind of the goal there, was to not panic, give the customers an experience, and also be able to keep the staff level-headed and consistent. So thanks to the team also, man, we couldn't have got that done without having a team and support.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the same wavelength. Like when you was able to come in and just basically remind people what the Whole Foods idea is they came in here for an experience. You To go to Whole Foods is you looking for an experience. Think about it. It's you expect it to be different. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, it comes from um, it's part of my background in New Orleans also. In New Orleans, we are very cultured people.
Mm.
I'm not saying that anybody else's culture, but we
Go ahead,
we,
man.
we have
I
a
know what you're
sense
saying.
of trying to have that build a connection
Mm-hmm.
with individuals. So
Yep.
we want to give you that experience, and food is pretty much the way, and the connection has always been a
Yep.
universal connection amongst other things, but it's always a universal connection to people's heart, man, and it mends people together. You could have somebody that can't speak the language, but once they taste the food, then there's a language, a hidden language there, a body language there that's understood if that food is delicious or not.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so it's just about building that connection along with having great food.
Yeah.
Experience.
I haven't ever been to New Orleans, but I know for sure, just from being around you and hearing what I hear, that's been it. Like every piece of the South got their own way of Southern hospitality. But y'all way of Southern hospitality is like showing off through food, right? You're gonna come back here because I look at it like maybe your grandma might not tell you the recipe, but your favorite thing is whatever she making. You're gonna make sure you get there every time she make it, right?
Correct.
You're gonna keep going back. You always gonna know that's where you can go to go get the love, to go get the hospitality, get the, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you need. And it's through food that y'all, I think y'all show off. Y'all show out. Listen, and maybe just this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? But
Well, I honestly,
because he'll sit there and cook something in the kitchen. Like we working, right? So we got like a ton of stuff to cook, right? Then this is like later down the line when we out in the kitchen. Then he'll make something on the side. Like we in the big kitchen. So he makes something on the side for everybody and just be kind of go back to what he's doing, but looking around like, yeah, it's all good, ain't it?
well, see, one thing that I grew up with is, my mom, they made sure everybody ate in the neighborhood. Like if somebody came to your house and they was starving, we never turned nobody away for a plate of food. We always made sure that we fed people. We had enough to feed. I mean, we wasn't rich at all by far, and financially, but when it came down to a home cooked meal, rich. You know what I mean? My grandma, God rest her soul, she cooked every day, lunch and dinner, and I never understood the situation, how she would do that, but it took a lot to get up every day and do the same repetitious thing. Get up, clean your house, ammonia, you know what I mean? Cinnamon and sugar, whatever she put in the water, whatever, you know what I mean? And just, getting there and making, lunch and dinner every single day. That's just like, dang. And then, when you see that in hindsight and then you grow up and have your own family, like, damn, how did my grandma do it? I could do it a couple of days, but it's like,
Every
I'm
day.
doing it every day. And now I have a job where I'm actually cooking 5 days a week for kids.
But you get paid to do
And
that.
it's a blessing because I'm feeding the children.
Yeah.
You know what I
and you
mean?
get paid to do that.
Right.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Listen, I can imagine, like, I see a lot of profiles on Instagram and TikTok governed by schools, like teachers, lunch ladies, all that type of stuff, and it takes you back to being a young boy and understanding like the importance of all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the lunch person, the person that's cooking your food for you or whatever, to make sure like, yo, you can tell which kids ain't eat type stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can tell which kids need extra help. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I tell you, it'd be like a bunch of miracles in schools or whatever. So when you told me you worked over there with those folks or whatever at the school, I was like, oh yeah, he about to be.
And you know what? I've been cooking for 22 years, man, and humbly, and this experience cooking with children was by far the most humbling experience because you don't realize that kids go through these things. When you're a kid, it's different. You know what I mean? You only looking at it from a small box. You don't realize that little kid that, you know, is annoying, or that little kid that might be a little dirty, whatever the case may be. You don't realize that they got stuff going on at home.
Mm-hmm.
I might have thought about it as a kid in hindsight, because I had that type of heart as a kid. I used to always, like, I didn't say I felt bad for kids, but I empathized with kids because I come from a big family. So I wasn't never one of those kids that ran around and teased other kids because they didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
You know, and I envied and this had a distaste for bullies and people who did that, because it's like, you don't know what that person got going on. But also, you could be wounded too as a person that's the bully, because hurt people hurt people. So looking at it from both perspectives as a kid, it's like, damn. So, you know, back to
Remember,
piggyback on to
hurt people.
right. So
Don't
back
forget.
to piggyback to cooking for the kids in school. It's like you see that kids are really going, some kids don't get home cooked meals. Some kids are going through it. Some
Yeah.
kids have to work. Like I worked at a high school where you had kids that were 14, 15 years old. They go to school, they work, they in activities.
Yeah.
So
Full lives.
I'm making
At
sure
14.
I'm making sure they got protein, starch. You know, I'm making sure they got a home, well balanced meal. The company I work for, you know what I'm saying. We make sure they have a well balanced, well rounded meal. You know what I'm saying. So I'm making sure they got it. I take pride in what they eat.
Yo, you
know what I
running
mean?
point for
And-
a part of their lives.
And they appreciate it, man. You know, they appreciate it.
Wow.
Come tell me, thank you, chef. I appreciate you coming in and looking out every single day. And we didn't know that you made this food from scratch. And it's like it comes from the
wow.
heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have children at home. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy cooking for my kids, and I enjoy cooking for their kids. And at the end of the day, we gotta look at it like this: kids are our kids.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? They're not just
Everybody's
my kids. We have to get
responsibility. Yep.
back to that mindset of these are our kids. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm feeding the kids. And hopefully, you know, one day I'm blessed enough to be able to have some nonprofits where I get to feed the kids for real, for real. You know, but this is baby stuff, man. You know, right now it's just about
Y'all hear that, right? So if you watch this, you come across this, help this young brother, you know what I'm saying? Come up with some type of program, some type of not-for-profit, charitable, you know what I'm saying, situation where we really can. And listen, just like y'all see, you see he's cooked for 22 years. How long I cooked? 8? I got it though. I know what I'm doing. In them 8 years, I know what I'm doing. I also was in my grandma's kitchen before that. That's probably why I see I'm fat, y'all. Anyway, but yeah, man, like that'd be dope. Like to have you know what I mean, like a community type of situation where you could come get a grub, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you need. Like you know what I'm saying, or just be a part of something that's already like that. We're gonna do some research. Chat, help us out. Yo, let's get into some of these topics. So, you was telling me about this. We're gonna start from the top. The Cash Money No Limit situation. They got a tour.
well,
Or they
they've been having some talks, man, on social media, dude, and it's my man Mac. Mac been freestyling. He been making some noise, and you know, they've been having some stuff in the works. I might be a little late to the game because I try not to be on social media too much, man. You know what I mean? I try to stay centered and not drain myself with, you know, what's going on or whatever. But I would love to see that because it's a united front of New Orleans.
The whole city.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shouts out to everybody in New Orleans. This'll be history right here. You know,
Okay.
to see two of the biggest hip hop record labels that ever did it in New Orleans to come together and just give us something, and hopefully they can give us some new music together. You know what I mean? That'd be dope.
That would be.
You know what I mean? To have them have a New Orleans compilation, you know, past, present, and future, baby.
Like the
Come
like
on.
have a rollout like that. Like
Come
yeah.
on, baby. Like let's what we doing, baby? You're what we doing, like, you know, like let's let's make that
Figure
happen.
that out.
Not
Yeah,
about the money, but like for the
for the
people,
culture,
man. Like for
for the
the
culture, for sure.
yes, no doubt,
I feel
man.
like that's what motherfuckers thought it was going to be for the Super Bowl. I think that if they would have gave Lil Wayne that Super Bowl situation, he might have been able to pull that one off. But I think both Cash Money and No Limit kind of went up around that time though, just because it got the buzz. That's PR.
Well, it's politics, man. You know, it's
They still got
politics.
publicity, and
You
they
know,
did.
they
Then they
was
both
look,
do tours from that.
but they was looking at it from a from the young standpoint and what was popular at the time. You know,
Yeah,
which wasn't fair to New Orleans, and they have a lot of great New Orleans artists that could have
touch the stage.
and he
Or
could even
been a part of that
bought
program.
Weezy out though. I mean, he probably reached out. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm not behind the scenes. Their world is totally, you know what I mean, different from what we got going on. You know, who
Hmm.
knows what happened behind the scene? But it would have been nice uh to see him bring out Wayne for a song. You know,
Yeah,
but who knows, man. You know what I mean? It'd have been great. But I would love to see Cash Money, No Limit do some collabs together, have that tour, and solidify the boot, man. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Since we on the subject of, I guess we call it hip hop. We got hip hop versus rap.
Hip hop versus rap.
What do you think? Are we categorizing those? Are
Well,
they the same? Is it different?
well, hip hop is a movement. I mean, we could put rap in hip hop, I guess.
Rap is rap a movement? Or rap been a thing?
No,
I feel like since we had pimping, rapping been a thing.
since we had pimping.
Mm, not us, but y'all. I don't know if y'all got pimping with y'all for our country. I'm saying.
I mean, I guess if you say so rap,
How you talking?
I guess by definition is you putting lyrics
To a
to a
beat,
beat, and they was probably doing that
pimping. Think about it.
since back in the day.
And able to talk. They have a kind of flow that they go to, and it's the rhythm to and the cadence to their own. It's acapella, and it's literally talking to women. That's what Pimps was doing. Not all of them, but some of them. I think it had. Am I tripping?
Yeah, they probably
Am I
didn't have
making
the
this
name.
up?
They probably didn't have the name rap for it though. But I mean, I've heard
But
some
they
stuff.
was rapping to a girl, but it wasn't. Rap wasn't rap. Like I think at that time, was it?
It was still rhyming though.
Yeah, but was rap a thing, or that was
I think it was always a
just
thing.
talking at first? Rap was just talking, categorized as talking. You know what I'm saying when I say that?
But it still had a rhyme scheme to it.
Of course, it had a flow to it.
But what I'm saying is, it always was a thing. It just became we call rap.
But yeah, from that point, but now in the '90s when it became like rap, when they put music
When
to
they
it,
put they always had music to it. I got some stuff I heard in the 1920s, and they was rhyming, and the guy was it was
really,
yeah, two guys.
dang,
Yeah, two guys.
dang,
They were the rhyme pattern, the rhyme scheme, everything. But you would never think about it being a rap because of the production behind it. It's more
mm,
like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But same pattern, same
okay,
scheme. So rap, I mean,
been around
been
hip
around
hop.
for a long time. Hip hop was a movement that I mean, pretty much kind of like I would say came on in the 70s. With the breaking, the graffiti.
Hmm.
That was a movement for our people. You know, more of a culture thing.
Okay,
And rap
was a part of it.
manifested itself into what it became today through hip hop but it's always been the rhyme has always been around.
Yeah,
The rhyme
the rhyme.
has
For
always
sure.
been around,
For sure.
but we just didn't call it rap.
We didn't call it rap.
If you really listen to music, like I dabbled into some of the 60s, some of the 50s, like I mean my parents are in their 70s, 80s, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of their music now because a lot of the stuff that is going on right now is just pure trash. You know what I mean? I just can't get to it. So like
So
I kind of
you
will
don't
go back
like
to,
that, John? Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
I wouldn't say I'm not gonna give it a chance to
Hey.
listen to it once or twice and just to see what's going on. But like, man, it's just repetitious stuff that nah, man. Some of it, bro, is
I'm
just like,
over here cracking up because I do just so you know I like a lot of that stuff. I like the bull. Yo, when I tell you one of my craziest nights, I was like playing some Ratchet and some more Ratchet. I'm playing I don't even like the show, but I'm like the song slapping. You getting fucked tonight? You getting fucked tonight? Every night,
you know what it is?
What?
You know what
I'm
it
talking
is?
about
I get it, bro. I'm about to tell you what it is, though,
Epic
right?
Night.
I can't speak for everybody that's over 40, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
kids. I'm over 40 with kids. So
You don't
certain
get-
stuff, I can't really get jiggy with that. I can't look and just
I
using the
can't get
word
jiggy with
jiggy.
this
I
shit.
can't do it, bro. I
get jiggy
can't
with
listen
this
to it.
shit.
It's like noise in my. Now I understand. I became my parent. Remember in the 90s when was playing our rap music? And it was just a bunch of cussing, but we understood the scheme behind it. And it was like, that's a bunch of noise. We ain't trying to really hear that.
You know where I came from?
I feel
Where
like
my
that.
dad came from. Oh, that's this song.
I do that too,
Oh, that's
though.
this song.
But it's like, yo, they not.
Oh, that's this song. Skip Marley and what you call it got a song called Slow Down, right? Slow down, girl, let me love you. Darling, I can't share with you
Nah,
more goodness. Let me see that.
I ain't picking it up,
Thank you,
bro.
brother. But either way, y'all look that up. You know Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes?
Mm-hmm.
You know a song, you know how to make me feel so good.
Yeah.
That's the same damn song.
I'd rather hear the Blue Notes, dog.
But that's why y'all need to hire me as a DJ for the major events, for the important stuff. Like I know you got D Nice and I know my man Active out there doing nasty work, but it's a lot of talent coming from where we from. You got me getting grandmom and grandbaby on the dance floor. And when I say grandmom, I mean like 80-year-old grandmom and 22-year-old grandbaby.
That's like great grandma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now, right? Right on the dance floor. 22-year-old and 80-year-old.
I get the bridge the gap, man.
I'm bridging the gap.
I think one of the artists who was trying to do that, man, and he got caught up, or the industry got him caught up. Tory Lanez. Very talented dude, man.
I don't want to get canceled, bro. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about Tory Lanez on here.
I mean, no, listen, we just talking about the talent, bro.
Sure. We probably go ahead
listen,
now.
he about to bridge the gap with the music,
go
man.
ahead
That's
now.
all, man.
Listen, when I say
I like some of his music,
he
man.
came out probably 26 bangers a month that was all like that, and they was like, lock him up. Like nothing can happen. Like if he get these joints cleared and he's independent, bro, they probably got his joints, so they probably searched his house for raps.
Look, man,
for songs. Never mind. I'm making this all up, obviously, but when you think about it, yeah. But I'm saying that's the standpoint I come from. I come from bridging the gap with hip hop and shit, like, and all the other stuff. Because my dad, he was like, I guess he looked at it like, this is gonna be a part of his life. It ain't going nowhere. Like out of his life. Maybe we ain't gotta mess with it, but to be cool. I know that. Oh, okay. And then think about it. Some of them Jones, you kind of like how they did it. For you to be mentioning Tory Lanez, you already like how he did the Brownstone John.
Yeah.
That song on its own, what's it called? If You Love Me, by Brownstone. That joint on its own is a banger.
He got two versions of that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't even remember what the other version sound like, but I know it slapped though. Yeah. But and the way he came out with his joint and it made it his own, and it still had that shit was a bop. But imagine coming out with 26 of those a month. They had to lock him up. It didn't make, yo, this, all right, listen. One thing about Q, I'm going to tell y'all, this is my brother, but he my conspiracy theory friend. Like, some of these crazy ideas, we don't even, you know what I'm saying? We just go off into the whole deep end.
I ain't trying to get my guy canceled, so we gonna keep it PG.
We got to keep it PG. Yeah,
I just sound like it.
So that's why we.
I ain't saying nothing else about him, nothing else shit at all.
Next topic.
Hip hop, baby.
We're gonna keep it music real quick. So in the '90s, right?